Welcome to the first season of Ancient Anecdotes powered by Listen Cup. This is your host, Ramanathan Iyer.
And this is Niti Ramanathan.
Oh. Hello, baby.
Hello, Pa.
Go change your clothes and freshen up and come.
Appa!
Oh,
Appa, where is the tailpiece of my recorder?
tailpiece. Oh, the back portion. I don't know. Did you check in your room?
I have checked, Pa. I kept the recorder on the third shelf yesterday. Now it's on the ground and the tailpiece has gone.
How come I don't play it? What could have happened? Oh, I remember. Yesterday evening, your auntie Pratibha and your little cousin Shruti had come home looking for you. You remember? This was when you had gone out for your friend's birthday party. So Shruti was playing with your toys.
Toys? Is it? As in plural?
Okay. I think she should have misplaced it while playing. Why? Why are you gnashing your teeth?
Appa, why did you give my recorder to play?
She's just a little girl, Pa. What will she know about the value of things? She was just playing with whatever she saw, that's all. If the recorder was important, you should have kept it in some place where she wouldn't see it. See, those little Vrindavana toys that you like are also in the same room, but they're way up there on the fifth shelf. She couldn't even see those. That's why they are safe.
Appa, that means I have to now arrange my room according to Shruti's height and liking of toys every year, is it? Next time, I think I should lock all my favorite things before stepping out. You're always taking Shruti's side. You tell me that you love me, but you take her side.
Papa Abdella illada. You're the apple of my eye, no.
Po, peso mate.
Bah, how hot her head has become. You can make a crispy dosa on her head.
Appa, don't change the topic. I'm still mad at you.
Okay. Now see, this is not a new problem at all. Even the great Bhishma Pitamaha was asked to prove his love for the kings of Hastinapura time and time again.
Wait, what? Bhishma? How come?
Yes, Duryodhana accused grandfather Bhishma of taking his cousin's side. Duryodhana didn't like his cousins, the Pandavas, just like in our case, you and our baby Shruti.
So, you are telling me that Bhishma also allowed the Pandavas to play with Duryodhana's toys as well, is it?
Ada illappa. Trust and loyalty issues. Now leave your anger and come and eat this idli meanwhile. Duryodhana never got to believe that grandfather Bhishma loved both the Pandavas and the Kauravas equally, and it proved to be the downfall of Duryodhana in the end. It even weakened the strong Bhishma that he had to keep on proving his affection for the kings of Hastinapur time and again.
Oh, so sad. How did this happen, Pa?
Okay, come. This will be a story for today. In the era of Mahabharata, a colossal conflict had loomed over the land of Hastinapura. The Kurukshetra war, a cataclysmic battle between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, was on the horizon. At the heart of this epic tale of honor, betrayal, and divine intervention stood Bhishma Pitamaha, the grand uncle of both the warring factions. Bhishma Pitamaha was born as Devavrata. He was a man of unparalleled valor and unwavering loyalty. He had taken a solemn vow, a pledge of lifelong celibacy and an unyielding devotion to the throne of Hastinapura. This oath earned him the name Bhishma, meaning the terrible or the one with a fearsome oath. His commitment to the kingdom knew no bounds. As the battle drums of Kurukshetra grew louder, Bhishma Pitamaha found himself in a moral conundrum.
Appa, what is a conundrum? Is it a special kind of drum?
What? No. Conundrum means a kind of puzzle or confusion. So Pitamaha was in a moral puzzle. He was torn between his duty as the grand uncle of the Kauravas and his deep reverence for righteousness. The Kauravas, led by Duryodhana, had chosen the path of deceit and treachery, while the Pandavas, led by Yudhishthira, represented dharma and justice. So that's the puzzle. He loved the Kauravas and the Pandavas equally, but he was confused as to whether he should uphold the oath he had taken to serve the Kauravas, who were the current kings of Hastinapura, although they were deceitful, or should he follow his heart and side the Pandavas? The Lord of the universe, Krishna, was on their side, and so the truth was also on the side of the Pandavas. Which side should he take? Bhishma ultimately sided the Kauravas since his oath was such. But he was still conflicted about the decision. And this really ate into Pitamaha's mind. After 2 days of confusion and mental turmoil, on the second day of the great war, as the sun casted its golden rays upon the battlefield, Bhishma Pitamaha adorned his resplendent armor. He took his position in the Kaurava camp. His heart was laden with the burden of loyalty and yearned for resolution. He knew that the Pandavas had Lord Krishna on their side, an ally whose very presence was enough to make the Pandavas win the war. As the battle raged on, Bhishma witnessed the Pandavas' unwavering commitment to righteousness. They fought with valor and honor, upholding the principles of dharma. On the other hand, the Kauravas, driven by ambition and ego, resorted to deceitful tactics. At the end of day 9, with a heavy heart, Bhishma walked back to his camp, seeking solace and clarity. As Bhishma silently retreated to his camp, a voice cut through the silence. It was Duryodhana, the eldest Kaurava prince, who had been harboring doubts about Bhishma's loyalty. Bhishma was aware of the grim expression on Duryodhana's face, but Bhishma managed a cheerful smile. "Come, child, what did you want from this old man today?" Duryodhana remained silent for a while. It was as though he was gathering his courage to speak.
"Oh, grand uncle, oh, mighty elephant among warriors, please forget this child's impudence, but I really do feel that you are unfairly supporting the enemy."
Bhishma was speechless. His throat ran dry and he gasped. "Do you really doubt your Pitamaha's loyalty to Hastinapura, O Duryodhana?"
How then can it be that the great warrior who brought the entire Kashya army to its knees single-handedly and beat the Maharatha, King Salva, within an inch of his life, not kill a single Pandava? It can only mean that you are secretly favoring them,"
accused Duryodhana angrily.
"Appa,
"Yes, Papa?"
which army is the Kashya army and when did Bhishma defeat them?"
"Oh, in the Adi Parva of the Mahabharata, for obtaining a suitable wife for the then king of Hastinapura, Vichitravirya, Bhishma had gate-crashed Princess Amba's Swayamvara at Kashi. Amba was the daughter of the king Kashya and she secretly wanted to marry King Salva. At the Swayamvara, none of the kings who had arrived even dared to challenge Bhishma. But when Bhishma abducted all the 3 daughters of Kashi, King Kashya charged and chased Bhishma. The rest of the kings and Salva who had come there also supported Kashya, but their combined strength was also no match for Bhishma. Salva even challenged Bhishma to a one-on-one combat, but Bhishma bested Salva and then spared his life.
"Ooh, strong Bhishma."
Anyhow, back to the story. Duryodhana's voice echoed with a mix of anger and suspicion as he addressed Bhishma.
"O grand uncle, you have sworn unwavering loyalty to my father, the king of Hastinapura, yet your actions suggest otherwise. How can you claim to support the Kauravas while secretly aiding the Pandavas? This is grave injustice."
Bhishma Pitamaha sighed heavily, his eyes reflecting the depth of his inner turmoil. He then responded to Duryodhana's accusation with a solemn voice. "O Duryodhana, history repeats itself. Time is cruel to me. I am yet again pushed to prove my love for you. I am old and not half the man I once was. But if you believe that I am unworthy of your trust and loyalty, then I shall willingly step aside. I will appoint someone else to lead our forces in my stead." Duryodhana, though troubled by doubts, hesitated. He knew that finding a replacement for Bhishma Pitamaha, a warrior of unmatched prowess, would be an arduous, if not an impossible task. The grand uncle's mere presence in the battlefield had been a source of strength for the Kauravas and their allies. There was no one who could fill Bhishma's formidable shoes.
No, Grand Uncle, there is none who can match your valor and experience. If only each of us do our jobs, we are sure to win.
Bhishma, realizing that he hadn't won Duryodhana's confidence, made a momentous decision. He chose to relinquish the power he had earned over the years through his unwavering practices and austerities of celibacy. With great reverence, Bhishma Pitamaha pulled 5 arrows from his quiver. With a profound incantation, he transformed these arrows into radiant golden arrows. These arrows, now brimming with the essence of his devotion, gleamed in the settling sunlight, a testament to Bhishma's unwavering loyalty. These were no ordinary arrows, they were vessels of his spiritual merit and dedication. The entire Kaurava camp thundered with Bhishma's voice, "Look, Duryodhana, with each of these arrows, I will kill each of the Pandavas tomorrow." Duryodhana fell silent, humbled, standing before Bhishma Pitamaha, looking at these extraordinary golden arrows. Duryodhana knew that these arrows were not just weapons, they were a representation of Bhishma's sacrifice and devotion. But his doubting mind got the better of him.
Pitamaha has got these glorious arrows, but he might hesitate to use them because of his love for my cousins, the Pandavas.
Thought Duryodhana. He said to Bhishma aloud,
"Pitamaha, it would be my privilege if I held these arrows in my presence until tomorrow when you will use them."
Bhishma smiled weakly and thought, "It is a pity Duryodhana still doesn't trust me. Let me just give these arrows to him. In any case, whether these arrows are with me or with him, the Pandavas have Krishna and are sure to win nevertheless." Reluctantly, Bhishma gave the arrows away to Duryodhana, understanding that they carried not only power but also sent a profound message of his doubtless loyalty. Unknown to Bhishma and Duryodhana, there were spies hidden within the war camps, adept at stealing secrets and eavesdropping on conversations. One such spy had overheard the exchange between Duryodhana and Bhishma Pitamaha. This fateful encounter would set into motion a sequence of events that would shape the course of the war. A spy, carrying the weight of critical information, discreetly made his way to the Pandava camp. There, he revealed the details of the conversation between Duryodhana and Bhishma Pitamaha to Arjuna. Lord Krishna was also present there as an advisory council. All the Pandavas looked deeply concerned about what was to happen the next day. Only Krishna was smiling. Upon hearing the spy's report, Lord Krishna understood the gravity of the situation. He recognized the potential consequences of Bhishma Pitamaha's solemn sacrifice. It was a powerful symbol that could sway the course of the war. Arjuna asked Krishna, "O Damodara, why are you smiling at this time when all we can think of is the sharp end of Bhishma Pitamaha's golden arrows in our chest?" Krishna allayed Arjuna's fears.
"Oh Kaunteya, why do you fear when I am here to tell you what to do? Do you recall the past incident when you saved Duryodhana's life from a Gandharva called Chitrasena? Upon Yudhishthira's sound counsel, you had forgotten your enmity to Duryodhana and had gone to his aid. he granted you the boon at that time. Proud as you were, you mentioned that you don't need anything as a wage for your bravery, and you will ask when you feel it fit. But now? How about now? Don't you see the opportunity to claim what was rightfully promised to you?
Arjuna hesitated. O Purushottama, why should I ask for something in return for what I did out of pure goodwill?
Because, my dear Bharata, if you don't swallow your pride now, it will cost you the lives of all your brothers. Pitamaha's austerities are in those arrows, and no force in the universe can stop those arrows.
Krishna added gravely. So, with resolve in his heart, Arjuna approached Duryodhana before the break of dawn. He sought an audience with the Kaurava prince, who was surprised by the unexpected visit. Arjuna, standing before Duryodhana, revealed the purpose of his visit. He reminded Duryodhana of their past encounter with Chitrasena and the boon that had been promised. Today, Arjuna declared, I have come to claim that boon. Duryodhana, irritated by the timing of Arjuna's request, was initially reluctant.
It was so long ago. How did you chance to remember the boon after so many decades at an opportune time like this?
Demanded Duryodhana. I didn't, conceded Arjuna with a straight face. Krishna reminded me of the incident and advised me to ask this of you.
These are not mere arrows, Dhananjaya. These are Pitamaha's Ojas and Shakti. I had hoped to keep these golden arrows as a trump card for the battle. I don't want to part with them. But a boon is a boon. Here, take them. You are fortunate to have Krishna by your side.
Reluctantly, Duryodhana handed over the golden arrows to Arjuna. He knew that this act would have far-reaching consequences for the war. As the first light of dawn illuminated the battlefield, the exchange was made. The following day, in the midst of the battlefield, Bhishma Pitamaha noticed the absence of the golden arrows with Duryodhana. His heart sank as he realized that Duryodhana had not kept his word. Bhishma's loyalty and sacrifice had been in vain. Where are the arrows I had given you yesterday, Duryodhana? Demanded grandsire Bhishma. Duryodhana explained the encounter with Arjuna. Despite the loss of his most potent weapons, Bhishma Pitamaha remained silent and resolute. He changed the way he addressed Duryodhana now. O King of Hastinapura, I had already warned you that the Pandavas are unbeatable as long as Parandhama Krishna is on their side. If only you had trusted me and left those arrows with me, this situation could have been averted. With a heavy heart and an empty quiver, Bhishma Pitamaha prepared for battle. The conches were blown and the drums reverberated across the battlefield. The 10th day of the Kurukshetra war had officially begun. Bhishma Pitamaha, now devoid of his divine arrows and the power of his austerities to support him, fought like a tiger. His skill and valor were unmatched and he displayed unwavering determination. But this was the start of the downfall of Pitamaha.
Appa, it is so sad to hear about Bhishma's plight.
Isn't it? It is so tough to keep having to prove your love for someone again and again, isn't it?
But this is not like the recorder, Pa. I just wanted to make sure I had the recorder. That's why I spoke to you in that way. I'm sorry.
No, Pa, that's not the reason I told you this story. It is just that I wanted to give you a very important lesson in the life of a teenager. One must never ask for proof of love. This is something that you should just take it for granted. It is natural for us to feel fear and doubt where love is involved. This is because the energy that makes us feel love is the same energy that causes doubt or fear. Only one can ever be felt at any given time, either love or fear or doubt. So when you have fear or doubt, just know that it's just love hiding around a corner and take it for granted that it is there. This will save all your relations in the future. Even if you don't understand this symbolism now, definitely remember the story. When life is ready to throw curveballs at you, the story will come to your aid.
Okay, Pa.
But
Why but? I don't have anything to say.
hey, thief fellow, don't I know you? There is always some question or the other.
Actually, there is. Why did Bhishma kidnap Amba and her two sisters for Vichitravirya? Wasn't one girl enough?
That's a very good question.
And...
And nothing. We will see later.
Appa, please.
Hear it first.
Appa.
On
Okay, fine. Ancient Anecdotes.
on your favorite podcast streaming providers.
Tune in every week for a brand new episode.